Hi everyone, it's Kevin Lindstrom here with Kevin's Picks. I will be running through all of my MLB picks for today, Saturday, June 7th, 2025. We have another full slate of action today with all teams playing. First, a quick recap of yesterday. So we went 9-4, not including the D-backs and Reds game that was suspended, I think, at the end of the 6th due to rain. Finishing that one up today. We missed on the Guardians, Milwaukee, Seattle, and Baltimore. So not a bad day overall at 9-4. So before we get into the action, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit those buttons below. That really helps the channel, allows me to keep providing the content. All right, so let's get started here. So first off, we have the Cubs at the Tigers. I like the veteran Jameson Taillon for the Cubs. Dude, he has 3 straight wins, giving up a total of 4 earned runs. The Tigers are going with the bullpen and opening with Tyler Holton. The Cubs being a good road team, I expect them to even the series today. Give me the Cubs at +1.5. Next is the Blue Jays and Twins. We have a decent pitching matchup with Kevin Gausman for Toronto and Chris Paddack for Minnesota. Gausman has won 2 of his last 3, but is coming off of a subpar outing against the Athletics where he did not factor into the decision. On the other side, Paddack has lost 2 of 3 also, getting the no decision in his last outing against Seattle. But he did go 8 innings, giving up only 4 hits, 1 earned run, and 10 strikeouts. I like Minnesota to even up the series. Give me the Twins at +1.5. Next up is the Dodgers at the Cardinals. Yamamoto is going for the Dodgers and Fedde for the Cards. Fedde has been okay, but has lost his last 2 starts. Yamamoto has alternated wins and losses going back to late April. He is coming off of a loss against the Yankees, so I like the bounce back performance today. Give me the Dodgers on the money line. All right, up next is the Atlanta Braves visiting the San Francisco Giants. Both pitchers have lost 2 of 3, so not great, but Logan Webb for San Francisco is coming off of a no decision against San Diego where he pitched 8 innings, not giving up any earned runs. I like the Giants being stingy at home to keep it going against the struggling Braves. Give me San Francisco on the money line. All right, moving on to our next matchup, we have the Rangers at the Nationals. We have DeGrom going for Texas, going up against Mitchell, Parker, and the Nats. DeGrom has been solid as expected. He has 3-2 in his last 5, only giving up 2 runs in each of those 2 losses. No run support seems to be the norm for DeGrom pitched games, no matter where he's been. On the other side, Parker has lost his last 2 starts, sporting a 6.85 ERA over the last 5. Give me Texas on the money line with DeGrom and crew to even things up. Next up is the Phillies against the Pirates. We have a decent pitching matchup on this one. Ranger Suarez for Philly up against Andrew Heaney of the Pirates. Suarez is 4-0 with 1 no decision in his last 5. In those 5 games, he has a 1.1 ERA. The no decision, he gave up 1 run to the Red Hot Brewers. On the other side, Heaney has only factored into the decision in 2 of his last 5 outings. He does have a 3.71 ERA with really only 1 clunker against the D-backs where he gave up 5 earned. I definitely give the pitching edge to Philadelphia in this one, on top of the fact that Pittsburgh is only averaging 1.7 runs and at a .09 batting average against lefties in their last 5. So give me the Phillies on the money line in this one. All right, next we have the Astros at the Guardians. We have a really good pitching matchup in this one with Hunter Brown going for the Astros and Gavin Williams for the Guardians. I expect a low-scoring affair today. The pitchers mirror each other over their last 5, both having stellar outings and their last only giving up 1 hit each. Both teams are fairly even against righties, so no edge there. Houston has been the better team of late, and Hunter Brown has a 1.83 ERA for the course of the season. So I like Houston on that one. Give me them with the spread at +1.5, just in case the Guardians squeak it out. Our next matchup is the Marlins at the Rays. We have Ryan Weathers from Miami going up against Taj Bradley and the Rays. Weathers has a smallish sample size with only 4 starts this season. He does have a pretty good ERA of 2.49, actually really good, but gave up 4 earned and took the loss in his last outing. Bradley, on the other side, has taken 2 straight losses where he gave up two earned and 0 earned, going 7 innings in each game. I like Tampa Bay to keep it going in this one. Give me the Rays on the money line. All right, next up is the Royals at the White Sox. The veteran Waka is going against Adrian Hauser for the White Sox. The Royals are 4-1 in Waka's last 5 starts, and he has a 2.08 ERA in that stretch. Hauser, on the other side, only has 3 starts. His first 2 were pretty solid, not giving up any earned runs. However, in his last outing, he gave up 3 earned and took the loss. Dude, I give the slight edge to Kansas City in this one. Give me the Royals, also with the spread at +1.5. Next, we have the D-backs versus the Reds. These teams will have just completed their suspended game from Friday, picking up in the 6th inning, or 7th, I guess, depending on how you look at it. We have Ryan Nelson for the D-backs going against Nick Martinez for the Reds. Now, Nelson has been mostly coming out of the bullpen this season, but looks to figure into the rotation with Burns done for the year. The D-backs won in a shutout against Pittsburgh in his last outing, where Nelson went 6 2/3. On the other side, Martinez gave up 5 earned and a loss to the Cubs in his last outing. Give a slight edge to the D-backs. Give me Arizona with the spread here at +1.5. I know their bullpen hasn't been great, so Cincinnati could keep it close. Our next matchup is Padres at the Brewers. Now, San Diego took care of business last night with the 2-0 shutout against the Red Hot Brewers. So they did sting me. That was one of my losses yesterday. We'll try to get right today with Steven Kolek is going for the Padres. In his 4 road starts this year, he's given up a total of 3 earned runs. Those all came in one game against Toronto. So obviously he's been really good on the road. On the other side, Jose Quintana started the season 4-0, but in his last 3 has not been as sharp, including a loss to the Cubs where he gave up 6 earned. That said, he did miss a little time since the loss and returned against Philly on June 1st where he gave up 2 earned. Offensively, the Padres have averaged nearly 5 runs a game, hitting .278 against lefties in their last 5. On the flip side, Milwaukee against righties have only been averaging 2.7 runs with a .156 batting average in their last 5. I'll give a slight edge overall to the Padres. Give me them also with the spread at +1.5. All right. Next up is the Red Sox at the Yankees. We have another good pitching matchup in this one, dude. Garrett Crochet up against Ryan Yarbrough. Now, Ryan Yarbrough hasn't faced the Red Sox since 2021 when he was on the Rays. But regardless, both of the pitchers have been really good lately. ERAs for both hovering around 2. Though the Yankees have been able to get the wins for Yarbrough, the Sox are only 2-3 in Crochet's last 5. Offensively, both teams hit lefties fairly well. I do give the edge to the Yankees in this one, being at home, and they have been the better team. I'll take the Yankees +1.5 on this one. All right, our next matchup is the Mariners at the Angels. This was another one of our losses last night. Seemed to struggle a little bit in the late night games for some reason, but anyway, I give the pitching edge to the Mariners with Luis Castillo going against Jack Kochanowicz. Plus, the Angels have one of the worst bullpens this season once they get to that level. Give me Seattle at +1.5. All right. Next up, we have the Mets at the Rockies. So I had to sweat this one out last night, but the Mets ended up covering for me late in the game. Getting the 2-run win. The 2 pitchers just went head-to-head on June 1st. Holmes versus Bloomquist, I think. Got the pitchers mixed up there. But in any case, these 2 pitchers went against each other on June 1st in New York. So I definitely expect some heavy scoring in this one with the teams being familiar. Now, the Mets do have the better bullpen once the starters get knocked out. So I'm definitely going with the Mets again and to cover -1.5. All right, our last game of the night, we have the Baltimore Orioles at the Athletics. This one features the battling of the struggling veterans on the mound. So for Baltimore, Charlie Morton goes with his 6.2 ERA. Now, I will give it to him. He has improved of late, getting 2 wins in a row. Now, on the other hand, Luis Severino is coming off of a shellacking against Minnesota, where he gave up 8 earned on 9 hits and 5 2/3. With Morton's recent success and the Orioles better of late, I like Baltimore with the spread on this one getting +1.5. So, all right, folks, thank you all. That's it for today. See you all next time on Kevin's Picks.